tell fans that maybe haven't caught up with Illinois State yet, just give us a little Ryan Peden insight. Tell us about the new coach there at Illinois State.
Yeah, Ryan, when he was at Ohio State, he was kind of like their offensive coordinator. That's kind of his side of the ball that he focused on at Ohio State. Obviously, when you're a head coach, you focus on all angles. So he's trying to kind of implement his offense here at Illinois State. It's kind of been up and down a little bit. It seemed like they had it going for a little bit, and then they kind of run into the league. And like we said, it's a defensive league, and teams aren't going to let you have easy points in the league, maybe like you got in some of the non-conference games. So it's been kind of a start and stop a little bit for the Redbirds. You can never really judge a new coach in his first year. It kind of takes 2 or 3 years to kind of see what everything's all about.
Neal, tell us a little bit about Steve Prohm. I mean, he was with you guys for a while, and then he went off to Iowa State, now is back. And tell the people that don't yet know a ton about Steve Prohm a little bit about him.
Well, his start was amazing because, brutally honest, whenever Steve was first hired, there was a lot of people around that really weren't happy. You have a guy with a storied program that has no head coaching experience. So I think Coach Kennedy told him, Steve, look, they're not going to give you any sort of leeway here. You're going to have to win out of the gate. And he says, well, how many will I need to win out of the gate? And I guess Billy said, I don't know. So he wins his first 23, somewhere around probably 10 or 12 in a row. Those questions were set aside. Steve is a terrific coach. He coached very well that season, had a great tenure that helped him get the job at Iowa State. But the thing that's changed coming into round 2 here at Murray State is he's a much more relaxed guy. When he was here, he toward the end of his tenure, he had a girlfriend named Katie. Now that's his wife. They have 4 children. He's a family man. Last night we were doing the post-game interview. His kids were swarming him, and he's sort of soaking it in now. The other night when they lost to Southern Illinois, he wasn't beside himself. That's different than the Steve Prohm before. I mean, he took them very, very hard, lingered on them for a while. Now it's move on to the next game. So I see a much more mature coach. It's obvious that over his 10-year career, he's really learned a lot, picked up many things in the Big 12 conference, which is a very unforgiving conference, kind of like this one in that way. I mean, got to move on to the next game. You can't just whine about it too much. You got to pick yourself up and get on to the next one. That's been the big difference. But he's a treasure to work with, a very nice guy, great personality, and has a terrific sense of humor, loves to kid around, and I really enjoy working with him.